The culture currency show is for those who recognize that nuance is key. We don't pretend to have all the answers, but we tackle the issues that affect the majority when speaking of Black America. Our discussions are informed by the host's personal experiences and insights, and we're always open to evolving our perspective as we gain new understanding.
This is the story of two friends from the Bronx who decided to get real, be direct, and impact Black culture. Welcome to Culture Currency, where culture is the value.
Peace. How you doing?
I'm okay. How you?
I'm all right, you know.
Okay. Is that a real
Warrior,
all right?
I'm a warrior, huh?
Is that a real all right?
Yeah,
or is that
it's
the
a real
answer?
all right. It's
Okay,
a real all
good.
right.
What is today's topic?
Today's topic is navigating grief and loss and what that looks like.
With so much going on, I think this is so necessary.
It is.
So let's get this started.
Yes.
I'm Mahagony,
I'm Ish.
and this is Culture Currency.
But culture?
Is the value.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you, how do you usually navigate being overwhelmed?
Well, for me, I have to even realize that I am overwhelmed. Because sometimes I don't realize that I am overwhelmed. You know what I mean? Like, I know that I can take on a lot, and I don't, until I feel it physically. Sometimes I don't know, like, I feel like my back is going out and stuff. And I'm like, oh, wait, I'm stressed out. Oh, I didn't realize I was stressed. Or a meltdown. I don't feel until, like, the meltdown is there. Like, oh, all right, so I got to let that out. So it's recognizing that I feel overwhelmed. And then once I do, I think a good cry is always necessary, getting a good cry out. That then makes you feel like you just need to go to sleep because it's so draining.
I want a nap.
Yeah, it's draining. Or just time to yourself. Like, I like spending time by myself. And then also, those kind of feelings make you feel aggressive. I know it makes me feel a bit aggressive. So I enjoy, like going to karate or something, being able to hit something. You know what I mean? Get that energy off. Yeah, so, yeah. What about you? How you navigate feeling overwhelmed?
Yeah, I have a similar response in regard to not noticing when I am overwhelmed. But when you have gone through a lot in your lifetime, you've gotten used to kind of just moving along.
Right.
And so not all the time do you realize that you're being affected by something until you physically feel it in your body.
Right.
So I have that same issue. And then my body starts to act up. I like to go to the gym and get that energy off. I like to spar.
Yes. Yes.
As we spoke of in other shows, once I really do understand that I am feeling overwhelmed, I definitely like to sit with myself and kind of navigate those feelings. What is it that I'm feeling? Why am I feeling it? All of that stuff.
Right.
And what made me want to bring this conversation up is because in the past, a part of that was just separation.
Right, absolutely, yeah.
And kind of like dealing with things on my own. My pride used to allow me to feel like if I'm going through something heavy, I don't want nobody to see me in that space. Or I don't want to feel like a burden, like I'm bringing negative energy around people.
I can relate to that.
Yeah, I would definitely separate and go into my own little cubby hole. But today, I no longer do that.
For me, it's for like, I don't like putting on shows. You know what I mean? So it's like crying in front of people for like a show to me. You know what I mean? Like just go somewhere and go let it out. You know what I mean? Why you got to do it right here? I mean, I don't judge other people for that. Like
if you feel that way, you definitely
No, I don't. But I feel like I don't. It's like, damn, they have to let it out. Yeah, in my head. Let me think. Hold on. Let me think. Let me see. Like,
if that's your belief system, you definitely be like...
I mean, I judge people that get online and start crying. Like, you waited, you got online, and okay, stop it. Like, I don't, I think that's a bit weird. I just feel like it's like, just go take it, go let it out, you know?
Sometimes,
I'm not saying that's the healthiest thing
you have
control over.
Sometimes that moment just happens.
Yeah.
You're just like, it's coming out.
Yeah.
And now it's a weird space because now you're in front of people. You feel weird. They feeling weird. Like, why are you crying?
Like, I don't know what to do. I mean, we just had a moment I had to let something out. And it wasn't weird because it's with you. But I don't do that.
And I mean...
You know what I'm saying?
it's not for everyone.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
And it's not
yeah.
for every situation. It's
Right.
not for every surrounding. It's not for every environment.
Right.
But it is necessary.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you shouldn't feel any way about letting it out.
Right.
Like, that's human. We're human.
Yeah, we definitely human. Yeah, we human. Yep. Yep. Imagine I put out my knife so we could cut each other.
Blood
There's no blood sisters.
Yo, you are.
Yeah, we human.
Yo, it's something. Yo, something really wrong with you.
Yo. Yeah.
So I constantly hear a discussion, right? There's two sides. There's the side that are people who are like, I have a whole life. I ain't got time to be, calling you all the time. Like, we grown, And then there's another side that's like, if we're in this relationship, shouldn't I know what's going on in your world?
Right.
And I felt like that was something to discuss under this as well. Often the case is that somebody's going through something and kind of feeling like, let me go and deal with my stuff.
When it's like that, yeah.
When it's a stretch of time like that. I wanted to know from you, do you feel that people who believe that there should be a timeline for how long you lack engagement with your close people,
Right.
do you feel like that is a correct understanding?
Yeah.
Or
You know what? It's good that you asked this question because I actually went through something like that with one of my closest cousins, and she went ghost. I'm calling her, not knowing what's going on. She don't live in New York, and I'm like, what's up? Like, you're not answering the phone. Like, now I'm getting worried. And when I was expressed being worried, that's when I heard from her. She was like, nah, I just needed some time, boom, 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 boom. And then when she needed time again, this time she let me know.
Nice.
You know what I mean? She's like, whoa, I know you, so you don't worry. I'm just, going dark real quick. I got some things I got to deal with, boom, 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 but I'm okay. And I'll let you know, I'll reach out to you, boom, boom, And then when it got a little long, I still reached out, like, what's up? Like, okay, I understand, but I think probably was like, I don't know how long, but when I felt like it was time for me just to hear her voice, like, even if you don't feel like talking, you good, all right. I respect it, but just confirm, so now my thing would be, the people that are closest to you, if you could just let them know, like, listen, you may not hear from me, but I'm good. I think that's a way to deal with it so folks don't have to worry about you.
Absolutely. That's
You know what I
very
mean?
important.
Yeah.
That's very important. Because I had a recent conversation with someone about that, and they were pretty much airing out someone who they engaged with, and they was very upset with the fact that this person felt like they should at least tell them that something was going on. And I said, well, are y'all seeing each other differently? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is this somebody you call your friend?
Right. Are you in a relationship by yourself?
Or is this person in a relationship by themselves?
Yeah.
Right? Because I'm like, if y'all are in a close relationship and y'all are used to engaging in some way, it is normal for a person who cares about you to want to know that you're still breathing.
Right, exactly. Right.
I thought it was really weird that she thought that the person was being weird. I'm like, no, you're actually being weird.
Right. So so you're saying that the person who distanced themselves was acting like the person who wanted to know if they was okay was weird?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a difference. Sound like a difference in relationship.
Yeah. I'm
there.
like, oh, wait. Maybe this is an acquaintanceship for you and a friendship for them.
Right.
I said that's something that you got to figure out and be clear on.
Right.
Because it's unfair for someone to be invested in you like that if you don't feel that same type of investment.
That's true, because I'm thinking about other family members as friends. If you don't hear from them, like, yo, what's up? You good? Oh, all right, nah, I just want to hear your voice. That's how it should go.
That's how that's the healthy way to interact.
Right.
It's not I got a life. So, yeah, of course, you're not every day on the horn.
Right.
We live in our lives. We have, but I should know you have a pulse.
Right, should know you right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Even if it's just by text. Even if it's just social media, like you kept in contact with me on social media, I know you're alive.
I know you're alive.
Right?
And
and sometimes I'm still going to hit you personally because I want to know, Not just are you alive, are you okay?
Right, exactly. Are you okay? Right.
You know what I mean?
In one of our episodes, it's something that I really held on to that you said. We were talking about, I think we were talking about friendship and communication. Actually, this wasn't even a show. I think it was just one of our conversations. And you was like, well, somebody could be your friend and you don't have to talk to them for a year. That's still your friend. You was like, I don't think so. You know what I mean? Because people that call your friends, there should be some check-ins.
Yeah,
and knowing that they're okay
there.
and there's investment. So yeah, I look that way.
It's people, we engage with people regularly, right? It's people that, it's levels to knowing, to getting to know people. Like, I know people that I just see regularly.
Right.
So I see them outside. It's like, how you doing?
Right.
Once you see somebody a certain amount of time,
Yeah,
it's just like you greet them.
Right.
Right? There's no expectation there. There's no investment there.
Right.
It's just like, the actual, there is a expectation, because now
you expect to see them.
We expect to say hi when we see each other, right? We've already started this constant of hi.
Right.
Now they're gonna think I'm weird if I see them and I don't speak.
Yeah, it's like
why she ain't speak?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's this thing that is unsaid, right? But some of the things, when you start getting into these deeper relationships, we need to understand, even if it's unsaid, that a friendship is an investment. Acquaintanceship is not so much of an investment. It's people that you know to a degree, but you don't really spend much time with them. There's not, it's
They
see you
cool.
when you see them.
See you
when I see you.
Right.
Right?
Right.
It's see you when I see you. Friendship is the people who
make
are
time
holding
for.
you up
Yep.
when you need to be held up. The people you are holding up when they need to be held up. The people you speak to about your inner workings.
Right.
The people who are there for you when you have the shoulder when you need a shoulder to cry on.
Right.
The people who, like, y'all are really exchanging.
Right.
There's a huge value to that. And when you understand that value exists, that's not somebody that you just be like, oh,
don't worry about me. I'm going ghost for a month. Yeah. Why did you bring that up in terms of grief and loss and navigating that?
we're dealing with something right now, right? And like, I don't like to overextend because I don't want to be a pain in the behind, right? People's, even when we're speaking of not making yourself ghost, right, and keeping in contact, you also still do need your space.
That's true.
So
because there's so many things you're navigating while you're going through that.
So I'm mindful of the check-ins,
Right.
even if it's by text,
Right.
or call. I want to lay
Right.
my eyes on you,
Right.
once in a while,
Right.
Just to,
Yeah.
you good,
Yeah.
you all right.
And you
I'm
wanna
asking
sense
those
it.
questions. Yeah,
Right.
I'm asking those questions, but then I sit back as well, so you can navigate what you need to navigate on your own. And I think all of those things are super important.
Right.
So
Right.
we're at an age where grief that's just a part of our story at this point.
Absolutely.
Although we've had that throughout our lives, this part is in the pages.
It's in the pages. Like right now, dealing with current laws, dealing with anniversary of laws, dealing with parents going through stuff, dealing with incarceration. It's so much, but it's like we're at the age where this is really going to continue to be part of the story. And one thing I was saying earlier is like our friends who haven't been taking care of themselves for the last 10 years, 20 years, they're going to start dropping, you know what I'm saying, in the next couple years. Our parents are getting older. They have different ailments that may catch up and cause them to also, leave this earth. And it's like, and then you got the accidents.
Yeah.
And then you got the freak accidents.
Freak accidents.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but at this age, it's like the resilience, but really your village. So one thing my grandmother said, and I was mad little when I said this. I don't know why she said that. I think I was like 7 or 8 or something. She said that.
She was planting a seed.
And they never left, right? By the time you leave this earth, you're gonna be able to count your friends on one hand. And it's like, but those friends on one hand, though, that's your solid rock. That's gonna help you navigate all of these things that you're about to go through, because we're gonna go through it.
Our village is so necessary.
Yeah.
If you're not already thinking of your friendships as a part of your village, then I think that you need to really start doing inventory.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because your
Right.
friendships, that's where the investment is.
Right.
It's an investment because you're carrying each other.
Right.
We're not meant to be alone. We're given a village for a reason. Like, we're here, we're experiencing each other, we're finding connectivity, and hopefully spiritual alignment with certain people. And those people help to carry us in spaces where we're not as strong as we usually are.
Right.
And we should be doing the same in regard to them.
Right. Because I'm wondering, like, everybody who's been in this stage of life with us, when they were like, oh, it's a change of the guards and stuff. Our parents went through this with their friends and family. How did they get through that?
Source be like, this person gonna come say this to you.
Right, yeah.
This person gonna offer this to
Yeah.
you. And you don't even realize this is happening until hindsight. I remember this person said this to me, and that helped me get through. I remember this happened. But the goal is to form your own village to where it's like, I know your strengths, you know my strengths. We know each other. We know where we're weak and strong at, and we know exactly when we need to pull up, pull in.
Right.
Even if it's just a word.
I was just thinking about two things. One is, like how you said, sources saying, like, oh, say this, say this. Like today, I didn't think that you saying, yo, I ain't like how you said that would lead to me having a release, you know what I mean, a needed one with somebody that I feel so comfortable with, right? And then also it makes me think about loss and then regret, when a lot of times when we distance ourselves from people, and then because you think you have time, you know what I'm saying? And then you can't get that time back of resolving whatever it is that y'all were going through. Now, with some people, whereas they gone, they gone. Whether they live or die, it doesn't really matter to you, right? But then there's those people that it does matter, but then you spend so much time apart. But what if we lost all that time and wasn't able to resolve nothing? And then going to each other's funeral? That would have been whack. That would have been dead whack.
I'm 100% not the person that's gonna be like, oh, let everybody back in.
Right. Right.
That is not my stance.
Oh, fact.
That is absolutely not my stance. So if you ever misconstrued that, I need you to fix it. However, I recognize when my pride is the issue, right? And I do not allow that to put me in a deficit.
What you mean by that?
Hearing that you were going through a health issue, my pride, because we weren't dealing with each other at all, and still had these unresolved issues, feelings, would have been like, yo,
It's what it is, you know. That life be going, like, that's how life is.
You know what I mean? Knowing that that's not how I feel, but that's not my makeup, and it's because I know what it is to regret not being there and have no chance to recover from that.
Right.
So my mind was like, suck it up, however it look or feel to you in this moment. Nah, you love her, call her.
Call her, right.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Period. Now, however that goes after is how
you
it goes.
You did your part.
After,
You don't have nothing to do with you.
I showed up.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I need her to know that.
Right.
Know where I really stand, regardless of our issues.
Right. And those things make a big difference.
That's important.
Because sometimes people take it too far. Like, when it's time to show up and you still not showing up, it's like, okay, now you drawing the line in the sand now. Because there is a point where it's like, all right, dead the bullshit. Now it's time for us to work through this, or just, even if we can't work through that at the moment, it's time to reach out.
Yeah.
At this time, it's not time to still be this mad. Sometimes it's time to put the...
It's time to lean in a little bit.
To lean in
you
a
ain't
little
gotta lean
bit.
all the way in,
right.
But just lean in enough to let it be known, like, yo, I care. You know what I mean? I care. Whether we gonna be cool or not, I care.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And that's important. I remember when I lost my dad, I wasn't around him as I should have been. I was sticking and moving, like I was chasing something. And of course, you know, I love him. When we seen each other, it was. But I wasn't coming around like that. I was like, yo, I'm trying to be this.
In your own world.
I'm trying to be this. I gotta do this and that and this. And when he was gone, I was like it took the floor from underneath.
Oh my gosh.
Like what? Like, like you mean to tell me that I don't have a chance?
Right. Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That is something I will never put myself in a position to feel again.
Right.
So when I be speaking, I speak from a place of, I know what this feel like. It hurts. I don't want y'all to hurt.
Right, exactly.
I don't want y'all to hurt.
Yeah.
If you truly care, and even when you're going through something, when it's you going through the thing, your pride can't be the thing that's keeping you away from the people who love you. You're actually violating them, taking away their option to show up for you. Yeah.
But that's why I told you. I think I told you the other day. I said, yo, when they get real, crazy. Like right now, is a lot of stuff is very upsetting. But it's gonna be a time in my life that is gonna get worse, right? And the same for you. I'm like, you're gonna have to pull up on me because I'm not gonna call you and be like, yo, you need you. Da, da, da. I don't know what space I'll be in now, but right now, that's not who I am. I'm not gonna do that. So I'm like, yo, reach out if you need to talk. I'm not gonna reach out and tell you I need to talk. I'm not gonna do that.
I'm trying to work,
You know what I mean?
to get you there.
Yeah. Well, I kind of said it today. No, when you hit me, you say you wonder why I said you coming early, Becca. We need to kick it before we shoot. That was good.
Yeah, that was.
Right?
Very.
That was good. Yeah.
Very.
I just want to say that I really, today, I don't know, everything happens for a reason. I don't know. I really needed your energy today.
That's
You know what I
what's
mean?
up.
For us to laugh and all of that kind of stuff and just, go in and out of it. Because one thing you say, you good? I'm like, I'm good. And then like a minute later, I'm like, I don't feel good. And then I'm good. You know what I mean? But it's good to be with somebody that could be with you with that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. One
Yeah.
day it's gonna be your turn.
Yeah, facts. I'm gonna be there.
Or be like, hey, this is crazy.
And you're gonna be like, you can leave my house now. I'm like, nah, it's mad warm. I like being here. It's mad cozy. I'm good. Go in the room. I'm good. Yeah. But I don't know if the stages of grief came up in this, but like in dealing with grief, they're supposed to be like five stages of grief that people like we sort of like jump in and out of. You know what I mean? Do you feel like there is a thing as 5 stages, or it's just one
Nah, it's
blob?
definitely stages.
Yeah?
It's definitely stages.
Okay, so the 5 stages of grief are denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance.
Depending on what you're dealing with, sometimes you skip stages.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't make it to the acceptance part because they get stuck at the depression. And a lot of that is because they separate themselves.
Right.
That separation just allows you to sit in it.
Right.
One thing I realized in some of my moments is that your brain is your brain. Right? So even sometimes when trying to work through something alone, you only got the information you got. And you need someone to add something to that to help pull you out of your mess.
Right. And even if it's not pulling you out, it's still another energy to lean on, some warmth when you're feeling cold.
Is adding to the information, right? Because you can only deal with what you have.
Right.
Grief doesn't only come by way of death, I should say.
Right.
It's different types of betrayal, loss.
Right.
The emotion attached to that, you're dealing with the information you have and those emotions. Right.
So you're just mixing on it with yourself.
Yeah. You need somebody who's able to challenge some of those thoughts.
Right. Absolutely. And remind you.
And remind you who you are.
Of who you are. That's right. I remember when my cousin lost her son. I'm like, yo, come stay with me, like live with me. And because the understanding of knowing, like, no, you got to be around family. You can't go nowhere else and you got to be around us. You know what I mean? And just know that love is around. Even though I can't empathize, I don't know that level of pain, but you here though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm right in that room and you right here. Like we're here.
Hovering.
Yeah, hovering, you know what I'm saying? And making sure that you're good. You're not gonna just be in here just losing your mind by yourself, or even being allowed to go so deep into a hole that you can't come out, or we gotta knock your door down to get to you. We gotta keep eyes on you. You know what I mean? Some people may not get to acceptance. For me, I feel like I try to jump to acceptance first. And sitting with it like, yo, this is real. Like, not gonna see that number pop up no more. It's not gonna be no text messages. It's not gonna be no bumping. This is it. Oh, they really a memory. They a memory. Oh, they a memory. You know what I mean? Like,
as you're trying to jump to acceptance, does it send you through the prior pieces? Because sometimes when you're trying to just get to okay, you'll go through the anger because it's like the wise is there now.
I think definitely the anger, the bargaining is straight up. That's probably the first thing. Like, if I woulda, you know what I'm saying? You could think of the craziest stuff. Think that you would have saved a person's life. You know what I mean?
I told you, like my mom's. I was angry at her for a long time behind that conversation. Years later, I understood where she was coming from.
With Jessica?
But yeah, when I was like, yo, I should have been there. I was supposed to be there. And she was like, yo, then it might have been both of y'all. Like, what?
Oh, you didn't understand that?
I was tight. Like tight. Like I felt like my mother was the enemy in that moment.
Really?
Like how dare you tell me we would have both been dead?
But what do you feel like she was saying by saying that?
That I couldn't save her.
Oh.
You know, I'm a
Yeah, Captain, save everybody.
I wouldn't say that, but I am definitely I'm a protector.
So you saying you
And
trying to say I couldn't
Yeah, I couldn't protect.
protect my friend? Yeah, but you was 12.
I know.
Yeah.
So that 12-year-old was like, who you saying that to? I was mad for years.
I think one of my other prominent emotions is anger and aggravation and short-tempered and all that kind of stuff.
Well,
Which is
they
why
all
times
go
I'd rather
together.
just be by myself too. As
Well-
opposed to put, you know what I mean?
See, the thing is, that's where the ego come in. Anger is easily more accepted from a dominant personality than it is than sadness. Because sadness is pitched as weak.
So you're saying that's the easy go-to?
Yeah.
But it's really sadness. That's
Yeah.
what it is. Yeah.
It's all the same emotion, it's just showing up different.
Yeah.
I was known as the firecracker, like she's violent, but nobody understood that it was because I didn't know how to articulate what I was feeling in those moments. Or I was just so hurt that this is what I went to. Because that's the go-to. The other stuff, it was like, that's not powerful. Now I know power for real.
What does numbness fall under? Is that depression?
Yes, that's a part of depression.
I've definitely felt that before. When my uncles passed away, like back to back, after a while, it was just a numbness. I think when my uncle Yak passed, it was just like, at this point, I'm like,
I didn't have a mourning session around my grandfather dying because it was so close to after Jessica died. And I mourned so hard for her that I was
You didn't
like,
have
how
anything left.
dare you not mourn for him?
yeah, right,
But the relationship was different.
right.
You know, as an adult, you understand that later on as
Yeah,
time passed.
yeah.
But as a child, I'm like, yo, like, what's wrong with you? And
You thought about
like,
that
you
as a
didn't-
child?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Like, did you love him? Because you think that the emotion
It's like that, like I
response
didn't
has to-
cry, so that I don't love, oh,
Yeah.
got it.
I was confused on that. And then in hindsight, I understood it.
Yeah, yeah. That's another feeling that's been prominent for me, is just a numbness. If it's like back-to-back devastation, then it's like I don't even know what to feel no more. You know what I mean? I don't even know what to feel no more. Also, with this is like I'm becoming more open. People may feel it's weird of really discussing death and becoming more comfortable with it. Like in planning for my cousin's funeral, I saw a casket that I loved for myself. I took a picture of it, but I'm like, yo, this was fire. I want this one. But
different.
but yeah, I'm like, this one is, I have a picture of it. But I was like, when I got home,
I already know that's going to be funny.
I brought it up, and I was like, damn, how I'm gonna say this? I was like, babe, you know, when we got everything together, you know, we got everything together for rating. I was like, I saw something that I like, you know, a thing.
I saw something I
saw
like.
something
It's
that I like.
crazy.
She was like,
She tired of you?
like, so that conversation was over. I didn't have the goal to say casket, but I was like, one of the things I saw something that I like, you know, for me. I wanted to say you want to see it, but I'm like, it's no way.
Like, enough.
No, she'd be like enough. She'd be like enough. But so I didn't show her the picture, but I got. So just know, I saw. It's in my phone. Something happened. All right, I seen something I like.
That's what I got to deal with.
Oh man, yeah. But you come me, because we jinx, we act like everything is a jinx because we say it is gonna happen. No.
Well, words are powerful.
Oh, God.
So we don't want to be putting that out there. But you taking it and saying, let me put this to the side because this is something I want to make sure I have in place. It's cool.
Okay, so you feel like words are so powerful where if I'm like, yo, if I die, make sure this or that or this where you find
That's
it?
why I said it's cool for you to have a plan for
She
your...
said, yes.
But I
To
believe
be-
in manifestation. I manifest all the time. And that comes by way of my words, my all of the things, the thoughts, the words, the actions.
So if I'm constantly saying, oh, if I die early, stop saying that.
Don't say that. Yo, you mad silly.
For one, I feel like it's just so important to feel all the feelings and not try to fight them and dig them down deep. Like what you said to me earlier, you was like, you was holding that? No, you gotta let that out. You know what I mean? So like whatever the feelings are, whether you're grieving the loss of a person's life, grieving the loss of a relationship, like feel permission to feel all the feels. It's human to feel all those feelings.
And you built for it.
Right.
In a moment, it feels heavy. It feels like it's the end. But how many times have you felt like it was the end and it just wasn't? You're still here.
Right.
Every time you feel that again, remind yourself that it's never the end.
Until it's your end.
You're not gonna feel that. It's over. After
Yeah,
that.
you're not even gonna feel it, right? And that's what's so amazing about life is like seem like some people like I'm resilient, and some like I'm not. We're all resilient for real because we've gone through so much just living everyday life, and we're still here. So while you're still here, show up for yourself. You know what I mean? And allow yourself to be. Allow yourself to be, and allow the folks that you like closest to you trust your decision on that and let them in.
Surround yourself with people that you trust so that when you are in time of need, you're not worried about how you got to show up or say things or do things because you know that you could trust these people with your vulnerability.
Right.
That's important.
Right.
Right. So be mindful of who you're choosing as your village. Trust them to show up for you. If you don't believe that they'll show up for you, are they really your close people? There's levels to what you're ready to share in each moment.
Right.
Sometimes you're not ready to share verbally to someone, but you need to get it out. Still needs to come out. Write it on a piece of paper. Throw it away. Just so that you have some outlet because it's important. But what I will say, the whole point of this show, what support do? It holds you up, right?
Support holds you up. I like that.
Allow your people to hold you up. That's how relationships are built.
That's
brick
true.
by brick.
We going through stuff together, yeah.
I'm showing up for you, you showing up for me.
Right.
These are the people I'm able to let my guard down with.
Right.
I'm able to be the me that I wouldn't necessarily be comfortable with the world seeing.
That's true. See my blemishes, see my nakedness.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Lean in.
But the one thing to not lean into is retail therapy. Don't go into debt during your depression and feeling like getting fresh is going to make you feel better because,
that's a good one.
Don't spin yourself into bankruptcy. Make it easy. Find healthy ways.
When you're depressed, you're punishing yourself when you do the solitude thing. Think about people who go to prison. They're not putting them in solitary confinement for the purpose of giving them a reward.
Right. That's
They're
the
making
ultimate
them go
punishment.
Crazy. Yeah, they losing their mind in there.
Right. They can't reach out to anybody. Yeah.
So you're doing that to yourself. That is not the goal.
Self-inflicted solitary confinement.
I'm Mahagony.
I'm Ish.
And this is Culture Currency.
With culture
is the value.
Make sure to like, subscribe,
share, and comment.
Peace.